Really?
Really?
Right.
Yeah, I can.
I don't believe you.
Well, I can see you, and I'm going to kill you if you don't do what I say.
Okay. What do you want me to do?
There's a bag under the phone. It contains a bomb jacket. You're going to put it on, walk into the bank around the corner, demand 500 grand in cash, or you'll kill everyone in the room.
There's no bag here.
It's under the phone. It's under the bloody phone.
It's not.
Samantha, you're really starting to
What did
grow.
you just call me?
What?
You just called me Samantha. Who do you think this is?
Well, Samantha.
Ah, well, clearly. I thought you said you could see me.
I can. You're wearing a beige jacket and a black skirt.
I think you might have the wrong number, mate.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
No.
That's fine.
So sorry.
It's okay. Good luck.
In a bit.
Bye.
No. 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 Back. Down. No.
Where do all the bad colours go when they break the law? They get sent to prison.
The Chord Monologue is a monophonic analog synthesizer. It's got a pretty reasonably sized memory and powerful sound sculpting tools. It's got a step sequencer and plenty of MIDI functionality, so as long as you're comfortable with the smaller key sizes, you're going to get a lot out of it. The Potato is a vegetable. As far as synthesis goes, the Potato offers 0 voices and has maybe got 2 or 3 sounds. There's a button on the back that launches a sample as well. You don't get to choose the sample, it's completely random, you just get whatever you're given.
Putting chemicals in the water that turn the friggin' frogs gay!
That's unfortunate. But it is true analog, and it could be chips. terms of musical application, I think it's fair to say that the monologue might just have the edge, but you've got to consider price. The monologue retails for around £250, whilst the potato is less than £1. For me, the potato is the clear winner. Also, it has a soul.
Sup?
Alright, I'm just heading to yours. I'll only be a few seconds.
Cool, see you shortly.
Yeah, okay. You've got to promise not to be surprised.
What? Yeah, fine.
So you promise you won't be surprised?
I promise I won't be surprised.
Okay, see you in a bit.
Jeremy Mange, isn't he strange? But listen to his voice, he's got incredible range.
And I'm back. Hang on. There we are.
How does it feel to be spooky, Si?
Very.
Intro, Ben and Liam with conversation how unboxing this game /magic/describe/do.
No, that means a change in... Never mind.
So what's the first bit then? The first bit, before the introduction, we're going to say
Well, no,
you can
that's
get
the end.
super loot.
That's for the end.
That's for the end, so why is it first?
Because I wrote it down first. Do you want to say it?
Do you have anything to say for yourself?
Yeah, man, rubbing nipples is amazing.
I mean, at least you own it, I guess.
Kittens.
Robes. Jack. Ow.
So we're basically like 20 years in the future, but our clothes make us look like we're scummy college dropouts from the 80s.
I'm recording, go away. It's really hot in here.
You're really hot.
Ah. No, but seriously, there's like 14 lights and it's terrifying.
Are you proud, father?
You know he's not.
I just wasn't prepared for how sexy that was. You really caught me off guard.
Mayo. I eat you every day-o. You make me feel okay-o. Mayo.
Simon, vlog. It's a good vlog. It's a good vlog, buddy.
Good lord.
Tell the world about promoting gigs.
Hello, Internet. We are speaking to you from the past. It's currently our now, but to you, it's also now, but our past.
Let's see your best impression, Ben.
Of what?
Just your best impression.
Betty the got the whoops in my beret.
Now, the button has been pressed.
Which is why sometimes it just has to be flicked off.
Which is interesting because we were talking about the colour of my penis, and then I honestly thought that would carry on into the actual show. But
Your penis?
Yes, my penis.
You're forever carrying on penis.
Yes, it's like a carry-on film.
The
in that.
eternal peen. That's what they call you, isn't it?
Yep. It's like
Old, never-ending Dickie.
it's like it looks like the dog from Neverending Story. What was his
Wasn't
name?
that a Falcor?
Falcor.
Isn't that a
Falcock.
dragon.
I don't know.
I've seen Neverending Story once.
Oh, really?
I was not as impressed.
If it was anything like the title led me to believe, it would only be possible to see it once.
And also never possible to see it at all.
Not in its entirety, no.
No, a good
Yeah.
story would have a beginning, middle, and end.
It would.
By the title, it sounds rubbish.
Yeah, it's pretty bad. Hello, welcome to the live stream. This is a live stream. And thank you, Ben, for like underlining my words slightly out of sync. Good. This is the bit before the podcast, the live stream before the live stream, podcast recording of the podcast. There's a picture of Ben on our screen. Ben, do the face that's on the screen. I know you can't tell what it is, but do the face. Do the face. Do the face. Yep, no, he absolutely nailed it. Yep.
Was it really?
No, absolutely not.
Oh.
Of course not.
It's not my fault. I can't see the screen.
It's it's one of the I Like Bed t-shirt promos where you're like, ha ha, sexy face. Or it's more like, look at these boys kind of face. This is the bit where there's no script. So if you're expecting something informative or helpful, I mean, you're listening to the wrong podcast. But this is the bit before the nonsense.
The bit that is not this bit is also not really scripted, is it? We've got notes.
Yeah, sure. But I mean, like, we don't even have notes for this bit.
No, we don't.
No. I mean,
It's been ages.
Yeah.
It's been since yesteryear.
Ben.
We have met
Ben,
like
mate.
this.
Ben, mate. I ain't seen you all year.
Oh.
You never hear that joke from the other side, do you? Still a bad joke. Yeah, no, I haven't seen you since... What was the last time I saw you in person when you were on the stage? I mean, just after when you were on the stage.
It would have been just after I was on the stage when we were in the pub.
The pub just after the
Celebrating
stage.
the glory and
yeah.
giving each other Christmas gifts.
Yeah, Ben was in a theatre. It was good. He was supposed to be there. He was allowed to be there. In fact, encouraged, in fact.
It was on purpose.
Yes, they'd planned it. He was in a leaflet. We bought one of the leaflets. So, I don't know if I did. Someone did. I think I stole it. Because, you know, what's friendship without a slightly glossy version of the other person's face and a very, very short biography?
Yeah.
Yeah. Friendship.
It's difficult when they say, what stage work have you done? I was like, oh, I've done loads of stuff. I've done... Okay, most of it has not been on stage.
It depends what you call a
stage. I've done
stage.
for internet videos, I kind of don't want
What the hell?
necessarily put that.
What the hell? I swear to God, if Roman one day gets a Grammy or a BAFTA or something, if he doesn't reference Jeremy Mange in some way, I'm going to kick him in the fucking head.
Right?
Yeah?
Isn't it a Grammy for music?
Yeah, I'm pretty sure he's going to get a Grammy.
I mean, he had a song in it.
Yes. He didn't write the song.
He didn't.
No.
So why the fuck is he getting a Grammy? Give it back, Roman.
I don't think it's fair that Roman keeps the Grammy.
I don't think Roman's listening.
I might text him and just tell him we're talking about him, like in the full and certain knowledge.
Text him, telling him to give back the Grammy. tell him we know what he's done, and it's plagiarism.
Okay, in the context of
and
my...
as I learnt from school exams, that is frowned upon. Or possibly illegal.
I'm not going to tell him to give back the Grammy, because in the context of our current conversation, that's not... That's not helpful.
I'll message him.
Yeah, go on. This week, in this episode, we're celebrating failure. We're celebrating new things. specifically when new things go wrong. Because when we were a few pints deep in the last session where we came up with a bunch of live stream titles, subjects, concepts, this was the last one we did. And we were like, what are we going to do for the New Year stream, the first stream of the year? And I think we sort of looked at each other and we kind of silently agreed that whatever the first thing I wrote down would be just right. So I wrote down, I think it's pretty much whatever the stream title is now, New Beginnings, when things go wrong. And I absolutely stand by that. I think that's a very strong first podcast of the year. First live stream of the year. So we've got when we get into the podcast itself, we've got some stories of brand new things that went fucking wrong.
Yeah, we got some fuck ups, because that's like many times a new year, a January thing happens, and it's all new beginnings and happiness and things like that. But sometimes it don't go that way.
No.
Sometimes it goes wrong.
There's a lot of importance put on the arbitrary passing of time because we decided that January would be the start to the year for no reason. And a lot of people place a lot of input. Don't mind me, I'm just getting naked. A lot of people put importance on that, and they think like, oh, I'll get healthy in January, or like it doesn't matter what I do because I'm going to start my new life in January, and that's just not. That's not healthy. I don't think that's not any way to live your life if you actually want to be a good person and, you know, not die at 40. Those are very much the two things I look for in life, is being an okay person and not dying before I'm 40. 41, fine. Absolutely fine with that. So I've got 8 years.
That's like saying... I disagree that people should start their new things in January. They should start them in February.
Yeah.
Because I will die at 41.
Yeah. No, that's pretty much exactly
what... myself past that mile.
That's pretty much exactly what I'm saying. Yeah, just don't worry about it. But yeah, I think that, and rather than having a positive message behind what I'm saying, I found some huge examples of when shit exploded. Basically. So we'll get to the actual podcast soon / later.
In a bit.
Not in the past.
In a bit. Not in a right bit. Now.
Don't worry about it.
For God's sake.
Do it in February.
Calm down.
Stop.
We haven't even finished the Christmas chocolate.
Oh my God! Why was there so much chocolate this year? What's wrong with the boomers? Keep giving us candy.
There was none the year before.
That's true. Very meagre, very slim pickings the year before.
I got a ben of dairy milk.
A ben? Yes, no, you did.
A ben of dairy milk.
Why is it printed off centre? Is it the shortest possible name they weren't anticipating ever having to print?
Yeah, I guess.
So we're like, shall we do another one? Nah, it's only Ben.
It's only Ben. That'll do. I was halfway through eating my Toblerone before I realised that it had Ben written on it.
Who's Buh?
Who's N?
Spicy Chai is absolutely right. I often find putting that kind of pressure on myself, I don't obtain those goals. 100%. This is why, like, New Year's resolutions are just a big fucking capitalist trap. It's perpetuated by, I guess, gyms. But like,
I have an idea.
Is it a big capitalist trap? Could be.
Thank you for noticing.
Hello.
No, Spicy Chai Bunny messaged earlier saying that she was meant to be doing life drawing, but for other reasons is here. But because you've missed out on your life drawing, I challenge you, Spicy Chai Bunny, to do a life drawing of Liam during this live stream.
I'm not going to take my shirt off because we'll get demonetized.
Don't take his shirt off. You can draw him without his shirt.
Yeah, go nuts. I don't care.
We'll stick that in.
Yeah, leave this to the imagination.
Real Liam, leave your clothes on.
Okay. Thank you.
Spicy Chai Bunny.
Thank you for permission.
Go bananas.
draw Liam, and by the end of the show, we'll put it on Discord, and people can see on Discord and stuff.
I'll also share a drawing I did of Ben in December. Do you remember the drawing I did of you?
Yeah, yes, I do. I looked through those photos.
Yep.
I think
There's a lot we forgot. There's a lot that we forgot we did. That was a big day. Yeah, we had an out and about photo shoot, and we there's a lot in there. But you'll see those gradually over time.
There's a picture that I really like of us there, and it's my favourite one. And then I zoomed in, and it was before I lost some weight, and there's just a big old flabby love handle sticking out.
Oh yeah, no, I know which picture you mean. It's fine. It's not that bad. It's not that bad. But once you see it, you can't look away. And zooming in just makes it. I drew a face on it.
Why did we use an expensive camera?
Yeah, why did we? You should have got that one for free. So we deserve a refund.
Paint and just colour it in. This is why I wear all black all the time.
Yeah.
You can easily scribble in.
I demand a refund for your very, very able services because my self-image is so very poor. I wasn't prepared to see my body in that much realistic detail, and now I can't deal with it.
Yeah, I don't like the fact that you've captured a realistic portrayal of my actual form. I don't like how fat I look because of how I am.
And it's somehow your problem now.
Yeah, and you took the picture that I asked you to take, so money back, please.
Yeah. That was a good day. Hang on, sorry, I just got to send this message. Ben, vamp, go.
Vamp from the word vampire. Vampire spelt with a Y. Why? Because sometimes Y. Like in vowels, as in A-E-I-O-U. Old MacDonald had a farm, A-E-I-O-U. You? What are you doing on my farm? MacDonald said. You're just a scary, thin clown person. Oh no, I have an idea. To sell subpar burgers that taste exactly the same all over the world with minor variations. That sounds like an evil plan. Do you know that cartoon mouse over there? Yes, I do. We're going to make kids fat and compliant, and then we'll burn the world, and none shall care, for they shall be all chubby and watching animated cartoons.
Nothing.
The end.
I can't play this instrument. That was fun. No, sorry, I wasn't really.
Happened? I blacked out.
Yeah, I wasn't really paying attention, so that's just lost to the ages now.
Cool.
Yeah. That was a fun photo shoot. I think is the gist of what we were saying.
Yeah, it was a laugh. I was feeling quite ill during the.
Yes, you
horribly cold day.
You communicated that very clearly at the start of the day, and that was information that I immediately forgot. So throughout the day, I was like, Ben, climb the tree, go. I was like, I can't do that.
Fine, I'll climb the tree. Is this the last tree?
Ben, take your shirt off, go. And that kind of thing.
No, I've been tricked stuff like that before.
That was not really a trick.
Did you have a nice birthday?
I had a wonderful birthday.
Liam?
Yeah, a nice bonus birthday. Came out of nowhere. Wasn't expecting it.
That's fantastic.
Thank you so much.
How was your Christmas?
How was your birthday?
My birthday is in a few weeks.
No, you had one the other day, Ben. He's gone
weird
again.
I had one the other day.
We all had a birthday.
I'm still hungover from the Jesus birthday that everyone got.
We all got an extra birthday to distract from the fact that our Prime Minister's a walking jar of lard.
That's a very nice thing to say about it.
Lard with hair mixed in.
Still
hairy lard.
Bad.
That somehow has children. Yes, I had a wonderful Christmas, thank you. I did that thing I do every year of forgetting I'm allergic to dog hair and then just not being able to breathe for the entire Christmas period. And I also got given a Fitbit that gave me a rash. You can't see the rash.
You got a Fitbit?
Yeah, it's fine. All it really does is remind me that I'm very still a lot of the time. And it's really funny how little I moved over Christmas compared to, like, you know, the real world. Yeah, I just sort of got it to, like, track, mostly to track sleeping and then, like, track my heart rate and stuff when I do eventually go back to the gym. I just don't really trust the gym currently. No, I don't trust my gym at the moment because it's not a very expensive gym, so it tends to attract a lot of students and douchebags.
Full of people running, but they never get anywhere. Don't trust them.
Push them down the stairs, then they'll get somewhere. A&E. So I'm like, yeah, just trying to be more conscious about like going for walks and stuff while I'm not actually going to the gym because additional COVID, I guess. But yeah, so I've got a bit of a rash from my Fitbit, which is why I'm not wearing it now. So I'm just going to have to assume that I went running during dinner, which is a lie. But
you didn't.
No, I didn't. I wouldn't have been able to. How was your Christmas, Ben?
I got a Fitbit too.
Oh shit! Shitbit.
Well, it's not a proper Fitbit.
No.
It's not one of the fancy, expensive things. It's just because I leave my phone on charge a lot, particularly when I'm at work or just anywhere else. And I want my steps to be counted so I can hack Pokemon and things like that. And
right.
stuff.
Okay. Right.
So
yeah.
I've got this
so it's
to see if I can then link this to that, so then my eggs hatch quicker and I can catch them all. Got to catch them all.
Mother hen Ben there trying to get his egg hatched. Typical Ben.
It is quite fun. I keep looking at my heart rate and going, oh my god, how is it varying that much? I don't know. Is that healthy? I don't get it.
Does yours track your sleep as well?
Yes, but I only set it up yesterday.
Okay, fair enough.
My god, do I not sleep well.
My sleep score is apparently fine, but it's in all caps, so it reads like fine.
Fine.
Yeah. So I don't know if that's actually any good. If I sleep better, will it just read fine lowercase, and that means fine. Don't worry about it.
You're suggesting it's being a bit passive aggressive.
I'm suggesting everything I own hates me.
Fine.
Yeah, it's fine. It's fine.
It's fine.
Same way as the word good in all caps. Good.
My beats per minute is 69. Nice.
8. That is nice. That's quite high, isn't it?
The real reason I got it is... No, I mean, it's now 86.
Uh-oh, because you're panicking about whether or not your heart rate's accurate. Am I having a heart attack?
Sometimes it sits at like 110 beats per minute.
Yeah.
And then others it's at 50.
So when you're thinking about butts...
I do sometimes think about butts.
Sometimes. It comes up. Yeah, that's nice. It's nice to have things to do with your
I also
watch.
got these funky pants.
Oh wow, they're so funky pants.
Oh, look at the funky pants.
I bet they came all the way from Thailand.
I don't know, Liam.
Ben, they came all the way from Thailand. They came from the actual place that those trousers are supposed to come from. Pretty sure it's Thailand.
I got rid of the bit of paper that came in the box.
Absolute bellend.
I'm not going to try and look at the label.
Yeah, because you're wearing them.
Not while there's a camera in front of me.
No, we'll get demonetized again.
Them.
Hang on, I'll do a Google.
Where did I get Ben's trousers from?
No, because I know the website because I order from there all the time because they're cozy as heck.
It's a place called Cozy as Heck.
Cozyasheck.org. .gov. Cozyasheck.gov. That's weird. Where's the fucking thing? Yeah, North Thailand. Oh, located in the north of Thailand. Yeah, that's North Thailand.
Same thing, isn't it?
Yeah. So I hope you like
I would imagine.
Thailand.
I've never been.
No, me neither. I'm neutral towards Thailand.
It looks very pretty.
I like the trousers they have there.
Damn good trousers.
Or I like the trousers they export, at least. That might not be all the trousers.
Maybe they don't have those trousers there then. If they export them all.
Oh yeah, no, that's true.
Thailand is the only place without those trousers.
I can only think of
It's like Ireland and snakes.
6 instances of those trousers leaving. So in all the trousers I've seen that have originated in North Thailand, 100%, which is 6, have left. That's quite a lot. It's quite a lot.
I mean, it's a very high percentage.
It's the highest
But
possible
then again,
percentage.
how many of all trousers in the world do you think you've seen?
Oh, that's a fun question. How many people
I mean, why would I ask anything else?
Well, yeah. How?
Unless it was rhetorical, like that one was.
How many people do I know? How many people have I ever seen?
At least 6. Because I only own one pair of these trousers.
Yeah, 3 of those trousers are mine. I think Laura has another one. And I can't remember.
3.
I may have bought another gift at some point. I don't remember.
There's at least 4 people.
Yeah.
Arguably.
I mean outside of the.
And there's more that you've seen.
Yeah.
That don't wear those trousers. Some you may not have seen wear trousers at all.
Yes, like a business.
Shorts and stuff.
A business skirt, for example. Yeah.
Little A-line pencil jobby.
Spicy Chai says Thailand is awesome, but so hot and humid. Spent a whole day in a 7-story shopping mall. Yeah, I guess those trousers are popular there. Thailand is on the list of places that I might go. I don't know. I got stuff to do. I may end up in Thailand. I can't promise I won't. It's not possible. Ben, Vamp.
Oh, but then a king turned up and said, "You shall not hold domain over my burgers. I shall have burgers of my own. How quickly shall we fight this mighty battle of burgers and or fries? We should battle hastily, I say to you, clown, and we shall know the fast food." Liam, stop doing drugs.
Doing Asda's high strength vitamin D for my health.
Gross.
Yeah, it's pretty bad. Boop. Boop. Oh, what's this here? Oh, for no reason, here's a heart from Ninja Sex Party's Heart Boner. Did you get a heart from Heart Boner when you saw Ninja Sex Party?
No.
Oh, stupid. That was under my tablets.
They did not release. They did not release hearts. They didn't sing Dinosaur Laser Fight.
Did they not?
No.
Bastards.
But Danny's mum and dad were there.
That's fun.
And I did get to sing Heartboner along with 3,000 people doing backups. Or doing...
That counts.
We were doing backup.
Yeah.
Backup singing with an additional 2,999 people.
Yeah, that counts. You'll get a credit for that. You get a credit. I hope
so.
You get a PRS check any day now.
I got a signed poster.
Oh really? That's cool. I got a T-shirt. I saw when I saw Ninja Sex Party, we went to the Electric Ballroom in London, and that was the second or third time I'd been there. I've also seen Corey Wong of Wolfpack fame, and like NSP and Corey Wong were like within months of each other. The only other time I've been to the Electric Ballroom in London was a friend's 18th birthday, and we went to Camden and we sort of hung out all day, and then we went to the club night at Electric Ballroom. It's the only time I've been clubbing in London. Anyone that's spoken to me for longer than half an hour knows, for various reasons, I don't go clubbing.
You used to go clubbing maybe once a year, and that was if we dragged you from the pub to the Q Club on my birthday.
Yeah,
And
but
that is
what?
the only times you ever would have gone.
And literally that I would sit in the corner and drink beer. That's what I would do in clubbing. When I was like in my early 20s, I would get up, I would shake my body slightly. I did that twice ever. The first time I accidentally punched a woman in the face. True story. Like, very true story. And the second time I gave myself a nosebleed. And decided, well, the way to deal with this nosebleed is to get it over with. So I just kind of I was wearing like pale grey denim trousers. The front of them was just covered in blood. I was just entirely covered in blood from like the neck down. And the bouncers in like were very insistent. We absolutely had to leave. But
because you've got crotch blood everywhere.
I didn't know that we were told to leave. So the two people I was with were like, we got our stuff together and we left, and like I somehow lost them on the way out, so I just went right back to where I was. And then half an hour later, they somehow managed to no, what happened? They were waiting outside for me, and they're like, "Where we thought you wandered off." I was like, "I didn't wander off. I was in there. I thought you wandered off." I was like, "No, we got kicked out of the club." "Why did we get kicked out of the club?" "Because you're covered in blood." I'm like, right? Why did you get kicked out? I was like, "Well, you also got kicked out, but I was in there." Yeah.
But no one told you.
No one communicated that to me at all.
That was very inefficient kicking out.
Why did they kick us out? Because you were
there.
covered in blood. Oh, but you guys took loads of drugs. Like, yeah, they were fine with that. You're covered in blood. And then we walked.
Apparently, it's just stuff coming out of one's nose.
Yes. And we walked because the next train home was this would have been about 3 a.m. The next train home from King's Cross, which is not close to Camden, but like is the closest train station, that was at about 7 a.m. Whereas there was one from Liverpool Street at 6:30 a.m. So we walked to Liverpool Street from Camden, and I was covered in blood, and literally every police officer wanted to know why.
Did you make your train? Did you get back?
Yeah, we got back.
Yes.
I might still own those jeans somewhere.
Success.
And that's the story of yeah, that's half of the times I went clubbing. And yeah, the other time I just accidentally swung my arms around like a maniac and completely uppercutted a poor woman. And then I didn't notice. And she made a big fuss and got chucked out of the club because the bouncers thought she was trying to start a fight. And those are two very.
She made a big fuss.
Yeah, I mean, she was screaming and stuff. Like, I get it, I 100% get it. But it was also definitely an accident, and that's all of the reasons I don't go clubbing. Also, I hate it. So that counts.
And now you're an old man.
Now I'm an old man. Like, everything hurts all the time, dude. I'm not sure why. It's got something to do with
getting punched by women in nightclubs.
Yeah, like, I don't get
Getting
it.
the revenge.
I didn't get any blood on you. Well, none of my blood. Plenty of your own blood.
What are you drinking?
This is orange squash, Ben.
Orange squash.
That's why it's coloured yellow.
All right.
Robinson's.
It looked a bit like custard from where I was sitting.
It's not custard. No. Ben got kicked out of a club once for drinking custard.
It's true.
He tried to tell the bouncer that he was in a custody hearing, so he had to bring the custard with him everywhere. It's not true. It's just a little fiction
It's
I
not true
created.
because I didn't understand the joke for a minute.
Custody.
Custody.
Yeah. Custody. If you could, there could be a farcical situation, hear me out, whereby
This is my favourite bit. I always look forward to this little bit where Liam's like, feel like we should fill some more time, but
no,
I'm out of ideas.
No, I've nearly got one.
Pull something, go on.
Imagine a farcical situation where a couple are fighting over who gets the trifle, and then one of they're pulling on the trifle, and then one of them lets go and the other one gets trifle down them. You could say that they won custody.
What does farcical mean?
Big and silly, like a farce.
Ah.
In
what does farce mean?
Farce is like slapstick.
Is it a gassy poo?
No, you're thinking of farts.
Oh.
Yeah. I always thought it was the farce show, not the fast show. You ever see the Fast Show or the Fast Show? You ever seen it?
I've seen the Fast Fart Show.
I've seen the Fast Farts Show. It's not very good.
Slow pooping channel as well.
You've got to go on incognito browser if you can do that sort of thing.
I use Firefox.
Mazel tov, I guess. Yeah, I think. Do we need to do the podcast? Because I'm out of words.
Do we need to do the podcast?
What even is a podcast? What even is a podcast? Is it fine?
No. Let's drag this out and record it and put it on different platforms so other people can share the
That is the podcast. Stop ruining our secrets. I swear to God. I'm good to go.
We've got some interesting stuff coming up this year. It's not all just monotonous bullshit.
Did someone say it was...
Do we have anything interesting?
Yeah, we got loads, man. We got episode 100 coming up. We do. And we're doing other stuff connected to that. That I don't want to talk about until like it's for certain.
There'll be prizes.
Nope. Can't guarantee that.
There will be prizes because I am going to buy myself things and award them to me.
That's nice. We should. I think we should.
That's a good resolution. I know we're not talking about resolutions, but if you, instead of just like, oh no, I've wasted money on this, that, or the other, go, no, I bought myself a prize.
We should do. Okay, here's a concept. Here's a concept for one of our live stream episodes, and one of us had better write this down because otherwise it's just going to go. It's going to be completely forgotten. We do an episode where we buy a shitload of like little tiny trophies, and we present each other with awards for like 30 minutes, and that's the podcast. Or like medals or certificates or something.
Sorry, I took a while finding a pen.
Okay.
What was it?
So it's an episode where we just give each other awards for 30 minutes.
Episode.
Yeah.
Where
you're watching Genius in the Works here, folks. And Ben. No, hang on. Crucially. No.
Awards.
Both.
For.
No, it has to also needs to. You gotta.
Hours.
Okay, you're by a power of 4 misappropriating my words there.
Food.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure.
Provided.
I'm pretty sure he's drawing a cock. Actually, I think that's what's happened there.
Oh no, I've made a note. See, made a note.
Yeah, no, that's awful handwriting.
Do you like my pen?
That's what is that supposed to be?
It's Santa's hand holding many snowballs.
It looks like a snake with a fetish.
I've never I don't. It does a bit.
You know what I mean?
If they've misread the label on the anal beads.
Yeah. Oral beads.
I don't understand
That'd
why
be
someone.
awful.
All I can think of is that someone made a mistake.
Yeah.
And then just turned it into a pen.
Yeah, no, that's exactly what it looks like.
This isn't his cuff. I thought this was his cuff of his sleeve, but no, it's a sticker.
Oh, it doesn't make any sense now.
That hides a very poor connection paint job thing.
Yes, it does. You got to get better Christmas presents, buddy.
Weirdly enough, this was from the same person that bought me the Harry Potter folder dividers that we all know and love.
Yeah, that's a throwback to. I was going to say that's a throwback to an earlier episode. That's a throwback to something that really happened to Ben. I don't know if that counts as an episode throwback. Yeah, no, we. I think that came up in one of the episodes with your dad. I think.
Yes, because he then, for my birthday later that year, bought me custom-made Harry Potter folder dividers.
Yeah, I remember.
Where it was just me superimposed over Daniel Radcliffe's face with glasses and a scar drawn on my head in like Microsoft Paint.
Yeah,
with Ben Potter and the folder dividers of Doom.
We we had a phase there of buying lots of custom Ben merch.
Yeah,
that's fun. And then we ran out of ideas.
Liam started up with the GIFs again.
Yeah, I've been making GIFs. It's mostly like I like making GIFs. I think GIFs are really fun. Our Giphy game is really good. We did get like several million views, but then Giphy has changed ever so slightly, so we don't get to see what our actual stats are anymore, which is a pain in the ass.
Aww.
Unless we verify that we're an actual company. I'm like, we are an actual company. It's like, you don't appear to be an actual company. We legit are a company.
Take that as verification.
Like, I don't know what you need from me, but we are 100% an actual company. I don't know how to prove this. So like I kind of want to see like how well we've been doing, but like the gifs of Ben looking like he's about to be really sick got to like 20 million views or something, and we're like, oh
shit, really?
what have we been spending our time on? This is stupid. No, I've made
it was like
fun
6.
GIFs. Like a lot, like way reasonably too many.
Oh, remind me, once we've discussed this, next Thursday I might be eating some I will be eating some fucking hot stuff.
Nice.
With Kyle.
You should put all of those, you should take pictures and update us on your Instagram, which is linked to under your face right now.
I think I will be doing so. I might do, what is it, it's not live stream on Instagram, but the live shows, whatever it is.
You can do Instagram lives, but like you might just want to do like just a picture every half hour or something. Even
could do a bit of both. We've got the spicy the hot sauces from First We Feast, hot ones.
Right, yeah. What's that, next Thursday?
Next Thursday.
Interesting.
If you're about and want to laugh.
I might be about. I wasn't around the last time. That could be really funny. We could just live stream. We could not live stream. We could live tweet and Instagram the entire thing. Might go really poorly. It also could be hilarious.
It will be really funny, but we've both made sure that we've got the day off afterwards.
Incredible. Yeah, no, that could be fun. You told me to remind you of that, but then I need you to remind me of that. So
yeah, I'll do my best.
Okay, I'll also do my best. I always do my best. It's just that I'm an idiot. So
shall we start the podcast proper?
Yes. I need to turn my recorder on again because it timed out.
I'm hitting the button.
You're hitting the button.
My penis.
Oh
my love.
Don't you get us demonetized, I swear to God.
Darling. Oh.
It's okay, I've turned you off. Yeah, we can't hear you now. It's much better, just in case you sing. No, you're back.
I'll stop demonetizing things.
Yes, that would be ideal.
Hello.
Hello.
Hi.
Hi.
Welcome to the Conversation Hat podcast. It's the live stream one where we're doing it as a live stream and then releasing it later how you're listening to it now, unless you're listening to it on the live stream with these lovely people. Hello, lovely people. But yeah, you're hearing us and we're here, you're here, we're all here. It's a new year. Happy days.
Ben is coming at you live through the medium of sound. I, Liam, am coming at you through the medium of smell, which, as Laura will attest,
in your ear holes.
As Laura will attest, is nothing new.
Scrubbing up your nose.
Today's podcast is brought to you the scent of lavender. Why do we like it? It's gross. Hi, pod babies.
I like the smell of lavender.
Weird. Today, just like the thing that Ben just said, we're celebrating failures. Times that things have happened that haven't gone very well. It's a big celebration of failure, because what better way to reign in the new year than celebrating stuff going wrong?
Yeah, things are shit sometimes, aren't they?
Things are shit sometimes. We managed
a lot of the New Year's resolutions, they crumble and tumble and don't go very far.
Yeah.
And that's fine. It happens with loads of stuff. Let's explore some of those things today.
I feel like a failure pretty much most of the time.
Oh.
How about you, Ben? How often do you feel like you're a failure?
I also feel like you're a failure 90% of the time.
You know what? I'd be mad if I hadn't completely set that up.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's 100% fair enough right there. But also, fuck you.
Everyone has moments. Everyone fucks up from time to time. I don't think I've ever done it to the point where it's like catastrophical.
I've never ended the world.
No, nor I.
Or a person's
Sometimes
life.
I've put my dinner in the oven and then come back 45 minutes later and the oven hadn't been turned on.
As the live stream viewers will know, I once accidentally punched a woman in the face in a club. Like, we've all done stuff that we shouldn't have. That wasn't...
I once told the wrong person that I loved them because I didn't recognise the number ringing on my phone. And my heavens, did they sound similar.
I was going to say, like, it wasn't just that you realised that you didn't know what love was because you're a child. And like, oh no, sorry, actually, in fact, you're not the one. So when I said I love you at our 4-week anniversary, that was actually wrong.
It wasn't insincere. It wasn't insincere. I believed it at the time, and I truly did. But now I've learned what love is, and it was not that. You let me play with your Beyblades. And
yes,
that is not love. I have learned that's just sharing.
And much as you have
sharing Beyblades,
and much as you have also realised that in fact you didn't come, I realised that I also had feelings that are not there. I only had half a joke there. I sort of just filled in the rest with words.
That's how comedy works, Liam.
Yes, thank you.
We've
half
been
an
doing
idea
that
and then words?
For years.
Yeah. So we've gathered up a few stories of times that other people messed up. So it's not all about us for once. Ben, do you want to go first? Not all. Some, definitely.
I can go first.
Yeah, go on.
I can say some things.
Yeah.
Now, Liam, many times I've started a conversation like this. Burma.
He loves Burma. He won't stop about fucking Burma.
Always
on about Burma. He loves it. He loves Burmese cats. That's, yep, one of the things he loves.
Burmese pythons.
Burmese pythons. Yeah, go on.
Can't think of any other more Burmese thing.
No. It feels like there would be another one, but there's not.
Yeah, Burmese. We'll figure that out later. Do you know much about the Burmese capital?
No. I think you would be impressed by how little I know.
Well, prepare to be learned something, boy.
Oh, bloody hell. I'm so ready.
The purpose-built city of Naypyidaw.
Nailed it.
Really difficult when I forget to get Google to say the word out when I've written it down.
Do you want me to get Google to say it?
You get Google to say it.
Yeah, that's what... How to pronounce Burmese capital city. Oh, Myanmar? Myanmar? No? Oh, no, Naypyidaw.
Naypyidaw. Naypyidaw.
That's a Squarespace advert. Hang on, I don't know if I trust this YouTube enough to put it on the screen.
We are looking at how to pronounce the name of the modern capital city of the country of Myanmar in Southeast Asia, located north of the former capital city, Yangon. How do you go about pronouncing this name?
Oh, yeah.
Naypyidaw.
Naypyidaw.
Sooner.
Naypyidaw. I don't know if Ben could hear that, but yeah, Naypyidaw.
Unveiled a decade ago. More than a decade ago, I believe. I think it was 2000. Yeah, over a decade ago. It was a purpose-built city, because you know how cities like London, they'll start off small, and then more people come and live there, and it will grow in weird, twisty shapes and funny corners and round and circles, and all shove, shove, shove.
Yeah.
The Burmese people did not want to do this. So they built their capital like ready-made.
Okay, yeah.
They went, we're going to have a lot of people coming and living here. Let's make it big.
Yeah.
It is a 4.8 thousand square kilometers, which is roughly 6 times the size of New York.
Wow.
There are streets that have up to 20 lanes. There's a safari park, zoo, 4 golf courses.
Wow.
Huge skyscrapers, free Wi-Fi, many restaurants. It sounds great, doesn't it?
Yeah, yeah, so far I'm into it.
What a fantastic, bustling, vibrant capital city.
Yeah, yeah.
Unfortunately, it's not got anyone living there.
I mean, that's very important to a bustling metropolis, isn't it? Like, having people. It's pretty crucial.
I mean, it's got to for it to bustle.
You'd think so. Definitely.
Really, hasn't it?
Yeah. Okay.
It was built by the military regime, but they expected people to go and move in and live there, but no one did.
I mean, did they not have a capital already?
See, now you're asking questions about something that I haven't looked up.
Okay. All right.
It's reported that 1 million people live there.
Right.
Although, not 100% sure on that. I believe that it's not necessarily the proudest thing the proudest accomplishment. It looks amazing. Yeah. I mean, there's no way that you can see the pictures, but Google it.
So there are people living there. It's possible to live there. It's just that there's not enough people for what was actually built. Is that the gist of it?
Pretty much.
Yeah, okay. That's fun. Huh, interesting. Yeah, so...
There's people, you can still go visit.
Yeah.
So there are people working there in the hotels and there's, there is a community living there.
Yeah, just not big.
Not one for the size.
That's so interesting. Yeah, introvert paradise, as Spicy Chai says in the chat. Absolutely, like that's perfect to me. Like if I know the only person I have to interact with today is the robot that makes my coffee, like sign me up. I'll go there. I don't care if it was built by a regime. That's really cool. That's a perfect example of a well-intentioned, reasonably planned idea that just sort of went wrong. Do we know why?
I mean, they made it.
Yeah, they did do it. It's just that I guess there was no need to actually do it, because the thing about native populations is that they tend to already have houses.
Yeah.
Crucially.
It says, I've read in here, I've made a note of it, nearby hotel zone.
Like a zone for hotels sounds awful.
There was a restaurant built inside a salvaged aeroplane that was apparently wrecked and bought there as an attraction.
Okay. Fun.
It was empty apart from a couple enjoying Valentine's Day lunch that cost $5, which is more than twice what the low-income workers would earn in a day.
Wow.
So that's probably why not a lot of people have moved there.
Yeah, because the pay's crap, I guess.
No one can afford it.
Yeah.
Yeah, probably no one can afford to live there, and things will have to stay expensive because no one lives there. I was looking for this. Yeah. I think this was the biggest one, but there was also one in Turkmenistan, where they built a huge, just a similar sort of thing, not quite on this scale. But then no one moved in to really live there, so property tax went up enormously. So then no one wanted to move to live there. And then a town started called New Expensive Modern City, and people started living there instead because it was cheaper.
It's a great name. If it wasn't called Expensive, maybe you'd get more people living. Although it attracts a certain kind of person, like going out of your way to state that you're being ripped off is a great way to attract the wealthy hipsters.
Well, yeah, a lot of the houses there have got owners.
Right. Yeah.
But they don't live there. They've just bought it and gone, right, I'll sit on this until
the property value increases.
Until something, yeah.
Yeah. Thank you for following Lucasade. It's like Lucasade.
Hello.
But spelt and pronounced differently.
I like Lucasade.
Do you?
I've got a bottle of Lucasade somewhere.
Oh, look, you look so sporty.
That's whipped cream.
That's whipped cream. That's the opposite of Lucasade Sport.
Jam.
Yes,
jam.
You can put whipped cream on that.
And mayonnaise. I make interesting sandwiches.
Fucking awful sex, though. Just the worst at it. Oh, it's Shay. Of course it's Shay. Of course it's Shay.
Very difficult to do it through the screen.
Yeah, don't put that in there. It's a great way to void the warranty on your laptop.
That's not what that port is for.
I think we've lost all the footage of your OnlyFans. Because I think that was on the drive that went wrong. The drive that failed.
No, we haven't.
Have you still got it all?
Yeah, for some reason I've never got around to deleting it off of my phone.
Oh, why would you?
I think just because it's really funny to just whop out in very just lulls in conversation genuinely at family barbecue. Everything got a bit quiet, so I went, "Hey mum, do you want to see?
Do you want to see some fuck?
Do you want to see a video of your son smearing?"
Was the answer no? But I do want to give you the name of a therapist.
I think the answer was, what are you talking about? Peanut butter. Look, are you proud?
It's a great way to end a conversation with an uncle you're not fond of. Oh no, or attract more unwarranted attention from an uncle you're not fond of.
I was about to say maybe someone could get too fond.
Yeah, but that's why
you have chocolate sauce and peanut butter.
But that's why you have the OnlyFans. Is for
as a buffer.
For gross bullshit.
Wage.
Yeah, all of that. Hey, thanks for the sub. And the animation worked. You know what? Thanks for checking the animation worked.
I'm very happy for all of this. My screen is showing nothing. My chat has just stopped. So I'm not ignoring all of the things that are happening in the chat. I just can't see them.
Enjoy the one emoji you've unlocked. We were talking about having other emojis, but I honestly don't know what they'd be. We'll take suggestions for emojis. Right, so what's the...
Liam.
Hello, hi.
Tell me, on this show that is about things fucking up,
Yes.
that we have had to change the date of twice because things fucked up.
Only once. I think we only changed it once. I think.
Tell me of these things.
Tell
me of the things that you have found that are fucked.
So,
What was good but is now shit?
I have two things. I think you have more things than I do, so I don't know if you need to do two in a row.
I've got very small things.
I know, we've all seen your OnlyFans. Goshers. Yeah, no, I could do one. I have a story of America's shittiest science projects. Ben, what do you think
it Donald Trump?
Ha! Ben, what do you think of when you think of science projects?
Well, you've already said American, so I think America is where you think of science projects. We don't really have them in the way that they have.
Yeah, they're like
I think
they're like a staple of American TV, aren't they?
Yeah, it's the classic model of the solar system or baking soda and vinegar cardboard volcano.
Totally, papier-mâché volcano.
I think of Osmosis Jones, the movie, where Bill Murray eats the oysters that the dumb kid.
Yeah.
had just started. He's just got polluted oysters and I've cleaned these, so he eats them all.
No, I feel sick.
Does not end well.
No, that itself is a big failure.
Shan't ruin that movie that came out like 20 years ago for me.
It's weird, isn't it, that America have so many diorama-based modules in their education system. It's weird that they're famously dumb people. Sorry.
It just makes it easier to look at, innit?
Yeah, it's true.
I don't want to read about the things. Show me what you've learned.
So in the 1980s, bunch of Texan scientists got together and they decided that they were going to create a superconducting super collider. Yeah? It's so super. It's twice super. It's superconducting and it's a super collider. So that's like super squared. It's a particle accelerator. It's going to be 87 kilometers in circumference and it's going to be built, huge, and it's going to be built under the Texas town of Waxahachie. And it's going to be built in the 1980s.
Where's that Texas town?
Waxahachie. It's in...
Damn good name, isn't it?
It's in Texas. Waxahachie.
I'm avoiding discussing Texas.
Yes. The plans were pretty solid. It would be estimated to cost $4.4 billion US. So they started work excavating millions of tons of soil. The scientific community questioned whether the money could be better spent literally anywhere else. NASA at the time were starting work on the International Space Station, which ended up costing about $150 billion US. So, you know, when they were starting to build the ISS, they were kind of like, if there's any way we could have all the money, that would be just right.
Texas went, nope, want a big hole.
Big donut hole under Waxahachie.
Big hole.
We want to spin particles around it, go doing, see what happens. I'm not a physicist. I don't know if that's what happens. I'm pretty sure it is, though.
I am a physicist, and that's pretty much what happens.
So, by 1992, the cost of the superconductor had doubled to $9 billion US, and it had raised again to $11 billion the next year. By 1993, they had spent $2 billion US by digging about a quarter of the tunnel. And that was the point that the government were like, nope, we gotta stop all this thing. And to this date, there's a $2 billion tunnel under Waxahachie that goes from Waxahachie to Waxahachie.
Just slightly further away in Waxahachie.
It's a very expensive hole to nowhere. But the International Space Station works, so that's nice. That's really good.
I'd like to think that that's what's on the sign.
Yeah.
Waxahachie, population, some people. The expensive hole to nowhere.
Yeah, the expensive hole to slightly further up the road.
Down the road.
Yeah, so it's nice that they cut their losses and they were like, we are technically we're $2 billion in, which is just under half of what the whole thing was supposed to have cost. But we can see that we've only dug a quarter of the hole, and digging the hole is like not even all of the work.
I mean,
so,
that would be the simplest bit, surely. It's
you would
getting
imagine
all of the important stuff in the hole.
Yeah.
That's the...
Yes. I don't think I need to say this out loud, but obviously don't Google the things that are appearing from the YouTube chat. This is the thing that's been going around for the last few months. Lots of channels are having this random message pop up, and it looks like scrambled letters. You can go ahead and search those if you want a big old virus, but don't.
I mean, it's really annoying because you said don't Google it, and then you started describing it, and I nearly Googled it to find out what it was.
I found a brilliant thank you. I found a brilliant YouTube channel of a guy who basically somehow manages to safely search all of these random websites that come up in chats and stuff, and he basically is just out of curiosity sees what's going to happen, and it's basically a big scam. It's a booby scam, A
booby scam.
Booby scam. The world's
scamming
most
boobies.
Scamming boobies. So if you've got boobies and you want to keep hold of them, you better not click that link, because they will fucking scam your boobies off you. It's a good way
If you got boobies, you want to keep hold of them, you better not click that link.
Yes, it's like a breasty guillotine.
Oh, she was a lovely girl.
Lovely girl. Terrible accountant, though. That's how they
Liam.
got her. Hello. Someone else needs to talk.
The extraterrestrial.
Yeah, the film or the
really
character?
terrestrial.
Right.
I mean, the characters from the film.
Yes.
We know that's to be true.
Yes, insofar as a fictional thing is true.
But there is a video game.
There is.
As we have probably discussed. But not on the live stream, and I thought this was... Shut up.
Yep, you got me there.
So, fuck you is why.
Ben, what about fuck you, huh?
Well, it's not always you. Sometimes it's fuck me.
Yes, sometimes.
E.T., the extraterrestrial. It was a film. The film was a huge success with his little fingers and his big head and his little woggly... I've not seen it, I'll be honest.
Ben did a weird dance to simulate fingers. I liked it. I was a fan of that dance. It just won't translate to audio very well. If you can think of what marmalade looks like, that's what the dance looked like. Carry on.
That's the dance. No, I've not seen it. I agree with what Greg Davis says in one of his stand-up shows. If I saw that in my shed, I would have stoved its head in with a shovel.
Yeah, 100%.
It's a nightmare.
Yeah, it really is.
But yeah, given that it was a very successful movie, Atari decided to make a game for it. Successful movie, successful game. Of course, what could go wrong? So, they had 5 weeks to make it.
Okay, a whole ass game.
Yeah, they wanted it ready for Christmas.
Okay.
In 1982. So, I don't know if many people out there know about making games, but it takes a while if you want them to be coherent.
Yeah.
Or good, or games. What was released in Christmas 1982 was not good.
Yeah.
Not coherent and barely a game. It was just little squares that would go and fall and die anytime they went off the side of the monotone green screen.
Yeah, that's less than ideal.
It's cited as it's the worst game of all time, one of the biggest commercial failures in video game history, and it is cited as being a major contributing factor to the video game crash of 1983.
Yes,
And it's
blamed for a lot.
Blamed for so much.
Yeah.
To the point where it was. Things actually, there was a big hole in Texas.
Oh no.
Where they dumped so many of these ET cartridges. It was a rumor for a while.
Yeah.
That there was a hole in the desert somewhere, but there was. Only 10% of the ET cartridges were in the hole. There was loads of others. There were so it's 1,300 ET cartridges, along with another 728,000 cartridges of other games.
Oh, okay. So it was just a big. Let's get rid of these.
Big old hole with a load of games in, but
Spicy Chai says it's probably haunted, like haunted game cartridges. I'd play that. I'd play a haunted game cartridge.
It'd be interesting.
It would be different. It would spice up an afternoon for sure.
Could be spooky. Yeah, I wonder if they used that hole that they. I know they couldn't have used the hole that they dug, that your friends dug.
My friends. I don't want credit for that. Why not?
Texan buddies.
How come?
Because this was in 1983.
Yeah.
Where they overproduced and buried them.
Yes. It's there was a documentary on Netflix a few years ago that was generally about this this game and sort of rumours within the gaming industry, and it is weirdly blamed for an awful lot. A lot of it unfairly. Like it was a bad game, but like it just wasn't quite as bad as most people believed. But for some reason, it's blamed for like everything. Pretty sure it started Gamergate.
It hit news so much and lost so much money.
Yes, yeah, it became like a bit of a
scapegoat.
A scapegoat, a bit of a legend.
A bit of a legend.
Bit of a legend.
Bit of a legend.
Bit of a legend. Did Game Grumps play the ET game? I feel like they found it and played it or something. I could be misremembering.
Game Grumps did. I don't think they played it for very long because it is genuinely just unplayable.
It's pretty crashy.
Like you don't know. I don't know if the game's doing something wrong, if you're doing something wrong, or if the game doesn't know. I'm pretty sure the game doesn't know either.
I think it's perfectly. I could be misremembering, but I think it's perfectly possible to get stuck in a big hole within the first 5 minutes, and there's just no way to get out.
You just get stuck in a hole, and that's you done.
That's you in the hole now, which is some weird poetic justice considering where most of the cartridges ended up. Big old hole. Wonderful.
Big old hole.
My next story is like a page long, so I don't know if you want to do another one of yours.
I'm gonna do another one. I've got some little honourable mentions. Would you like to hear an honourable mention?
How honourable are they? Should they not be dishonourable if they're failures?
All right, a dishonourable mention.
Thank you. That'll do.
Ages and ages ago, someone had Blockbuster Video out for too long, and they didn't want to pay the $40 late fee.
That's a lot of late fee. That's big. That's a lot.
Yeah, it's a big late fee.
Yeah.
They did do that, but then they thought, fuck this. I'm going to make a DVD rental service that doesn't do late fees. You can keep them as long as you want. And that was the first iteration of Netflix.
Yes, it was. Yeah, that's right.
Where they would send out just DVDs and some games.
Yeah.
And you could have them for a while, and then send them back and they send you another one.
Yeah.
After many moons, the fella, known as Reed Hastings to those who knew his name.
And if you didn't know his name, he was, hey, someone in the bush.
Him again with his DVDs.
He's flinging discs at people from the bush. Like a madman.
He approached the former Blockbuster CEO and asked, it was like, I'll give you my company for $50 million.
Yeah.
Have this Netflix. The guy, John Antioco, said that it was a very small and niche business and said, nah, not interested, stupid. Netflix is now bringing in... it has a $32.9 billion market price.
Yeah. Yeah.
So that was a beginning for Netflix, but a blockbuster fuck-up.
It's only a quarter of the International Space Station, which puts it all in context.
You could have built a lot of hole.
You could build a lot of hole. That's true. It's a big hole.
That kind of money.
Yeah. Yeah. Wow. So, like, what's interesting about that is not only has Netflix kind of replaced Blockbuster by essentially being Blockbuster, it's also then developed into its own thing and, like, essentially kickstarted streaming and is its own, like, production house now as well.
Yeah.
Like, commissioning original content and stuff.
It's all good things.
It's all good things. It's supposed to be one of those
Mainly.
companies that is, like, weirdly hemorrhaging money, but also, like, obviously very popular. Yeah. Fun. Sorry, I'm just blocking more terms.
But it doesn't really matter.
Yes. No one cares if it hemorrhages. Cool. You got any more honourable mentions?
I got one more, and then we'll do your one.
Sounds good.
Because that's how turns work.
That's how turns work, people. Come on.
I'll be honest, this one I just put in because I didn't know it. Have you seen the footage for the moon landing, Liam?
What, the fake one that the sheeple believe is real? Yeah, I seen it. Jet fuel. Oh shit. Okay, my bad.
Haha.
Ah, you got me.
I'll be honest. You went somewhere that I didn't expect you to with that. So I'm just going to plow on with my method of speaking to you. You're wrong.
Nailed it. Right.
So they obviously have footage. They had the first footage of someone on the moon.
Yeah.
And they're very important things to see.
Mm-hmm.
You wouldn't want to lose those tapes, would you?
I personally wouldn't want to be responsible for those tapes going missing. I feel that would be a egg on face type day.
It would.
Yeah.
Unfortunately.
Oh no.
They did get misplaced.
Oh piss.
And then they found them again.
Right.
But they had been taped over.
Oh no.
To save money.
Yeah.
Apparently, it only would have taken like $4.1 billion to get more tapes, but they were digging this big hole somewhere in Texas.
You got to dig a hole, man. You ever been to the seaside? You got to dig a hole.
Gotta. It's the law.
It is the law.
So if you see any of the footage now, it has been recreated by the footage from the TV stations around the world. So the footage would have been sent from the original tapes to TV stations.
Right, okay.
And then NASA had to phone everyone up going, you got any of that moon stuff left, please?
So the original tape's gone, but they've got the copies that were sent out.
They've
presumably...
got the footage, but the original... They've got the NFTs, or whatever the fuck they call them.
Let's not even open that door.
Probably best not to if I can't even get the letters right.
I thought you were going to genuinely say that's why they faked it, because they lost the original tape.
That's why they faked it, because they lost the original one.
It's like the Mitchell and Webb bit where they realise it's cheaper to just go to the moon and film the fake moon landing.
Yeah.
than to build a set. Because we're going to have to build a big rocket either way, so we may as well actually go to the
Might
moon.
as well do it.
Yeah, 100%. Alrighty.
You start telling me stuff. I'm going to fill my water up because I didn't do that in preparation, and I'm a thirsty bitch.
You are thirsty.
See, I knew that you would forgive me if I called myself a thirsty bitch.
Yeah, you know me so well. I was going to say that's also how BBC lost quite a lot of the old comedy stuff. Like there was, I think, a Morecambe and Wise episode that was aired over Christmas that had been lost until, I guess, this year when someone's relative, I guess, passed away and they found a load of VHS tapes, and there was the Lost Morecambe and Wise episode on there. That kind of thing happens all the time, but luckily people used to record stuff because they liked hoarding, I guess. I've got a bit of a story.
I'm sure that I've got some old VHSs.
Oh yeah, I got loads.
Queen on Top of the Pops.
I've got a whole load of stuff. Lots of bands on shows and stuff. I think I've got like some episodes of Young Ones and stuff. Recorded a bunch of Family Guy as well. This was back before DVD players, so we couldn't get. If you wanted to watch Family Guy at lunchtime, you had to tape it at night and then watch it on tape. Oh, God, things were so much easier back then.
They weren't.
No, they were absolutely not. I think I bit the inside of my mouth more back then. I haven't done that in a while. I'm definitely due.
Why? What's that based on?
What do you mean, what's that based on?
Like why? How's that linked to Family Guy being on demand?
No,
now?
I'm saying that things were easier back then, when in truth they weren't, because I used to bite the inside of my mouth way more often.
It's because you weren't as used to your teeth.
Yeah, I'm more used to my teeth, I guess.
Yeah.
I have a story. This is a story that when me and Ben had a call earlier in the week to sort of hash out what we were going to do this episode, he put me onto this. So in many ways, Ben, this is your fault. You sort of told me about this. I grew into my mouth. Ben.
Oh.
No, I keep thinking about that and it gets worse every time. This story is Ben's fault because Ben gave me the headline and I was like, oh yeah, that sounds dumb. And then I started looking into it and it's this whole fucking thing. Firstly, like, his name is not pronounced how it looks like it should be pronounced based on it being written down. So if I call this man Joaquin at any point, that's what's happened. Because this thing that's spelt Joaquin is pronounced Joaquim. And I'm sorry, but those are not the fucking letters you used, so you're called Joaquin now. This is a dyslexic nightmare. I'm so angry.
Yeah. When he said, how do I have to Google that? Damn.
Yeah. Joaquin Phoenix. Dyslexic nightmare. Incredible actor. Known for his roles in Gladiator. I think that was his big one as the baddie in Gladiator. Hotel Rwanda, Walk the Line, Joker, Signs, and many other films. So, firstly, Joaquin Phoenix has had a bit of a life. He was born into the Children of God cult, still active to this day, by the way. His older brother, River Phoenix, died in the 1990s, aged 23. River Phoenix was actually going to be the famous actor in the family, and Joaquin only got his first acting roles as a child, I think acting alongside River Phoenix, which is quite interesting. So when River died, I guess Joaquin decided, oh, well, my turn, and became the big actor in the family. Joaquin's also struggled with alcohol addiction. I think there was something about his role in Walk the Line where he was being Johnny Cash, who also famously struggled with addiction. I guess it unlocked something in him that he then had to work quite hard to Deal with, exactly. I was going to say repress, but overcome is definitely a more triumphant word.
Yes, overcome is better than deal with, and deal with is better than repress.
100%. Don't take mental health advice from us, please, ever.
Nah.
So he struggled with alcohol addiction, and you know he's had a bit of a rough life. So I think to an extent we can cut him a bit of slack. Whatever he does whatever he does in his life, as far as I'm concerned, he gets a pass. But in 2008, Joaquin Phoenix announces his retirement from acting in order to pursue a rap career. Footage of his music performances is hard to watch.
Oh, I'm sorry. I was so sure that you were going to say hard to find.
Oh no, you can find it. It's real easy to find.
Your little face.
Yeah.
It was like, oh, I really tried to find some, but I couldn't. It's just, no, I found some. And, oh dear.
I'll give it this. You can find it. It's real hard to watch, and you know what? Turning the sound off doesn't help much. It's pretty bad. It's just awkward. It's because he changes his aesthetic quite dramatically as well. He has this big unkempt beard. He wears these dark shades. He mumbles a lot, and he is kind of not very responsive, and he's kind of just a dick. And there's this this famous interview on the Letterman show, which again is incredibly awkward and really hard to watch, and he's just not very responsive, and he's kind of rude, and he's like
David Blaine.
Yeah, a bit like, yeah, kind of like David Blaine. Like imagine if David Blaine was actively trying to ignore the fact that he was on a chat show. That's the kind of vibe he's giving off. Again, quite hard to watch. And apparently, all of it was staged. Biakuze, Joaquin Phoenix. I put so much effort into pronouncing his first name right that I said Phoenix. Joaquin Phoenix.
Just skipping over Biakuze.
Biakuze.
Instead of the word because.
Biakuze. All you can upgrade is strength. Ask me to... That's a different tangent. We'll get back to that. I've distracted myself. Because I'm sleepy, is why. Joaquin Phoenix. Motherfucker. Joaquin Phoenix.
There you go.
Phoenix.
Just copy and use that for all the others.
Yeah, if we can just copy and paste me nailing it that one time. Joaquin Phoenix and Casey Affleck were creating a mockumentary entitled I'm Still Here. And all of this bullshit was part of the film. The film, which was, by the way, not well received. The film itself is also incredibly awkward and incredibly hard to watch. If they had made a prank show and said it was a prank show rather than what was supposed to be an arty mockumentary about what it is to be a celebrity, didn't land. If you called it a prank show, you would have had a really good prank show because it was hard to watch like a prank show. Yeah, it's... Don't watch it. It's not worth it. Like the emotional damage it will do to you, it's not worth it. And what makes it really tricky to watch is because it becomes evident once you know it's a mockumentary that Joaquin Phoenix is playing a version of himself that is essentially a shitty version of Joaquin Phoenix, the character. I'm going to say Phoenix every time now. I've ruined it. Lots of people who are famous and use their own name as performers are playing character versions of themselves. Like all the big famous comedians. Jimmy Carr is playing the character of Jimmy Carr. Peter Kay is playing the character of Peter Kay. And the
You're
characters
completely different when you're on camera because that's
Exactly.
how it is.
Exactly. That's just how the entertainment industry works, and they're versions of yourself based on yourself, but you exacerbate certain things, you downplay other aspects, because otherwise you would be boring to watch. And it's kind of like when me and Ben do this show, we do that a little bit. We act up certain aspects of our personality.
What?
Yeah, like how Ben is hypersexual off camera.
What?
Mm-hmm. Nothing. So, and when you learn that, it's important to bear in mind, especially that famously shitty people are acting and being characters as well. Katie Hopkins and Logan Paul aren't really like that. They don't really think the things they say or do. They're doing that because it earns them money, and because they
Which
get...
still makes them dickheads.
It makes them bad people, but they're doing it on purpose to make money. They're acting. The reason that I feel like the I'm Still Here stunt doesn't work is because Joaquin has now, after the publication of I'm Still Here, switched back to his original I'm Joaquin Phoenix, I'm an actor, right? If it was going to work, I feel like he would have had to stick to the bad version character of himself, like long term. That would have had to be him from now on. And like if he did any of the press stuff for Joker, he would have to be bad guy Joaquin Phoenix in order to make I'm Still Here believable, because it's just not. He would have had to 100% commit to that shitty version of himself for the rest of his life, the same way that Katie Hopkins and Logan Paul are committed to being shitty people. There's a joke in here somewhere. Go on.
Oh no, I was just going to say, wasn't it so like he was being the shitty rap singer for that documentary?
Yes, that's what I'm saying.
Then he just went, and I'm stopping it now.
So, yeah, exactly. So he was essentially playing a character for this mockumentary, but the character was a bad version of him. So it was him, it was his name for all intents and purposes. It was him, and he went on like Letterman and did all this press stuff
as
Shitty Phoenix. But then that doesn't work because you're not that person. You've admitted that it was just an act or an art piece or whatever, so it just feels like more of a prank show than anything else.
It felt weird.
It felt real weird.
It felt like he might have tried to actually have done the rapping thing, seen that it wasn't working, and then going, how do we get out of this?
It absolutely
documentary. Let's do that.
It absolutely feels like that.
And then just scratch it out.
It feels like he had a breakdown and tried to recover from it.
I don't know why I laughed at that.
Yeah, that's real mean of you, Ben. It really looks like he's going through a terrible time and has backpedaled and tried to retroactively come up with an excuse for that, and it's a not very good mockumentary. And there's a joke in here somewhere about a phoenix rising from the flames, shitting itself and hoping no one noticed. I'm not going to make that joke, but the parts are there. You can do it yourself.
Welcome to the Conversation Had podcast. We don't tell the jokes. You make them yourself.
We provide the build.
We've given you enough stuff that it should be funny. You put it together. If it's not funny, it's your fault.
We give you the very basic building blocks of comedy, and frankly, if it's not funny, it is entirely on you. Joaquin Phoenix. Yep.
Christ.
Yeah, it's don't watch the rap. It's not worth it. It will.
I'm gonna do that. I'm gonna Google it later.
Don't, because you'll make a loss. Like you will lose out. You will be less of a person for watching it.
No, I'm gonna do it.
It's like The One Ring. It's not a good idea. It's shiny and appealing.
I'm gonna do it.
All right. You only have yourself to blame. Don't be texting me at 5 a.m. just like, I've been watching Joaquin Phoenix rapping for 4 hours. Why can't I pull myself away from it?
Fair enough. Liam.
Hello, Ben.
Do you want to see if the good news button works?
Yeah. I really do. Yeah, that button.
Ugh.
Good news, everyone!
Did it work?
Yeah, it worked. We really should, like, do something with that. We should come up with a... I don't know. I feel like we could do something more with that, or we could come up with more segments or something. This is an off-camera conversation. Don't worry about it.
Yeah.
Ben, do you want to go first with good news?
I've got some good news, Liam.
Bloody hell. It's what the segment was made for.
KFC are doing plant-based nuggets.
Oh, yeah?
And they have been well received. They have been described as finger-licking good.
Right.
It's only in America, which makes sense, because if you were having KFC in this country, it's just shit.
Yeah, it's not as good.
It's not very nice.
Yeah, that's true.
Same with Burger King. Real shame.
Yeah.
Go to Prague and have either of those things, and you have got fucking gourmet cuisine in comparison. It's amazing.
Cool. Good stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Good chicken. Good chicken.
If anyone
KFC.
in America wants to post us some nuggets, we will be open to that.
Ooh, yum, yum, yum.
They're old. They get here when they're old. What good things have you seen? What have you done? So long-term listeners will know that I have a real bee in my bonnet when it comes to education, like worldwide, but especially in the UK, and especially in recent years. The TLDR is that shit's fucked, basically. This story is from positive.news. The headline reads, "Forest schools are booming in the UK." Do you know about forest schools, Ben?
Is it where you go and learn in the trees?
Yes, it's one of them things where if you put the two words together, you sort of work out what it is. Forest schools...
I assumed that it would be like the Lost Boys from Peter Pan, but with
chalkboards. It's not dissimilar. I think they have real stacks rather than imaginary stacks. Forest schools are the perfect remedy to... I really fucked my words today. Forest schools.
It's impressive.
Forest schools.
It's nighttime.
Yeah, it's because it's the nighttime, and I'm one of them beanie babies where if you get it kills you. Gremlins, that's what I'm thinking of.
You did not understand Gremlins.
Didn't watch it. I did have some beanie babies that kept trying to kill me.
Okay.
Forest schools are the perfect remedy to the lockdown where all of us had to live our lives online, which was especially damaging to our young people. Forest schooling is an extracurricular process where young people learn skills outdoors, including self-reflection, and they're taking risks in a safe environment. Taking risks in terms of climbing a tree, and if you fall, it's fine because there's a grown-up with a net. And also taking risks socially, like, I want to play with Timmy. Timmy hates me. Oh, well. Taking risks in a safe environment. Forest school activities have a measurable advantage on young people's emotional development, as well as their intellectual and academic development. So it's pretty rad that that forest schools as a thing are booming. Most of them, it sounds like, are oversubscribed. I think you do it 2 hours a week for 2 years in primary school. I think like year 5, 6, whatever age that is, like 10? Are you 10? Maybe.
I'm not personally, it's been a while.
Like old enough to climb a tree, but young enough for it to be, encourageable and not like a crime. Forest schools. You got something to plug, Ben?
I do. I got 2 things to plug.
Bloody
3
hell.
things to plug, really.
Oh gosh.
Book of Boba Fett on Disney Plus.
Yeah,
That's
good shout.
good.
Yeah, it's real good.
I've also Now TV. I've binged through most of Dexter New Blood today. I really enjoyed the 20th anniversary Harry Potter thing.
Nice.
I love that they barely used J.K. Rowling.
Yeah, she can
And
fuck
the
off.
bit that they did use was archive footage from 2019.
Before she went
tour.
weird.
So it was sort of before she went weird.
Yeah.
And it had fuck all to do with her now anyway. So that was cool. But my other little plug is independent coffee shops. Go and
Okay.
have a coffee somewhere that you've not had a coffee before. I went and had a coffee I walked past my normal coffee place and went a few doors down because I hadn't been there before.
Fair.
Quite nice. I had breakfast with me and I felt very fancy.
Can I do an addendum to that? If there's like a restaurant or a cafe or anything like that you have been to and enjoyed, go back. Buy more coffee.
Oh yeah, do so. Support your fun local businesses, but also learn of the others.
I guess I'm encouraging coffee here. That's the thing.
Coffee.
Fisticuffs is here. How's it going, buddy?
Coffee.
There's a good zoom into Ben's T-zone. Oily. I do think we could absolutely do like a late night talk radio type thing. I think we'd go insane. We should do. I'm going to say it now. Let's do a 24-hour talk show-a-thon. Let's do it. Let's absolutely do it. It would be awful.
Okay.
We'll talk. We'll throw some ideas around. We're going to wrap up the podcast first. We're going to wrap up the podcast with my plug, and then we'll talk some more. That's the benefit of the live stream podcast, Pod Babies, is that we keep talking once the show's over. Haha.
You get to hear past Liam's plug.
I have one.
Something normally just reserved for GPs.
Not with the amount we pay them. Not even sure what I mean by that. There's the joke, fill in the gaps, and if it's not funny, your fault. My plug is the Bob's Burgers movie.
There's a movie?
There's a movie. The trailer dropped a few days ago. Looks pretty good. You can tell it's a big deal because it's essentially Bob's Burger, but they've added shadow rendering, which is how you know it's going to be good. like the Rugrats movie, like all of that.
Where the
Powerpuffs movie, they've just added shadows. Late May, I think we get it. I'm excited for the Bob's Burgers movie. It's going to be dope. Right, to wrap up, Ben, where are you online?
I'm on Instagram at Spike Pierson, Pierson. You can see pictures that I am taking. Hopefully every day this year. There will be one at least, or might be somewhere I'm having to catch up. I might have gone to have coffee somewhere new. I might have put knickers on my head. You just don't know.
It's a real wild card. I am at LT Guitarist and all the things. I spend most of my time posting music and stuff to Twitter. You can find Conversation Hat on Twitter, Instagram, and for some ungodly reason, TikTok, at Convo Hat Podcast. You should come hang out in the Discord. The Discord is a cool place to hang out. We put links all over the place. If you make stuff, I want to see the stuff you make, and we're going to show the
Spicy Chai Bunny.
Yeah, we're going to share the drawing that Spicy Chai Bunny did of me. I've seen it. It's unflattering in a way I have not been unflattered before, so thank you for that.
Yes, that means it's perfect.
That means it's just right. Nailed it. Thank you so much to our Patreon supporters who've helped develop the show over the years. Patron Pod Babies get early access to episodes and an exclusive single question mini episode every month. Patreon.com/Conversation Hat. That is the end of the podcast. Me and Ben are going to keep talking at each other because I'm pretty sure if we stop talking, we'll die.
Oh no.
Yeah, I've pressed
Bye.
stop.
Oh, that's good.
24 hours. That was the show. Thank you for participating in the show. We are still talking. As evidence.
It's finished.
Yeah.
But you should stay for a little bit.
You should, yeah. Just hang out for a bit. Wash your hands. What? Yeah, okay. So, what if we do a talk show where we have phone-ins? We'd have to screen them in some way because I just straight up don't trust the internet. As much as I really want to hear from all of our lovely friends, we'd have to have a way to screen it in case the nutters got hold of it. And of course, we could do some fake call-ins as well. We could get
we could have a number of guests coming on throughout the day.
Yeah, I mean, it's basically like the concept sounds like a long version of our very first lockdown live stream. Where, if you remember, I think the idea was we couldn't work out the technology involved with literally what we're doing right now. So I did a one-person version of this show, and then at the end I called up Ben, and it worked successfully. And then we had like lots of sections where you pre-recorded things, and then your dad pre-recorded like a tour of his veg patch.
Yeah,
all kinds of stuff like that. And it's so funny that that all this time later we're just like, yeah, no, this is just the show. I don't know what we were struggling with. This is just the show now. That was years ago, in the first lockdown.
Oh my god, it was genuinely years ago.
Yeah.
That's terrifying.
I mean, there's loads of stuff we could do. We could even just play games and have call-ins. I like the idea of doing something more like a chat show than like a 24-hour game-a-thon. But we're open to ideas. We're constantly ruining our bodies and minds in the name of having a tiny amount of fun. There's a really interesting conversation going on in the chat about what we call the show after the show. Is there a name for the after show, like Love Island After Sun, the Conversation Pajamas, Conversation Shades... Oh god, hang on, I'm so dyslexic. Conversation Chaise Long Station. That's hard to say.
Oh, the Conversation Chaise Long Station.
I quite like that.
2 a.m. till 2:30.
We could have the 5 in the morning annoying flute sounds. Yeah, that would, with jazz. That was jazz. Oh yeah, sorry. How's your ear? I forgot.
Ow.
I forgot that you're coming through the microphone that has no compression on it.
Yeah.
So that would have been annoying. Yeah. And I'm not sorry.
Liam.
Hello. Hello. What's
My
up?
ear hurts.
Yeah, it will do.
Set up a raid, and I can go and have dinner.
Yeah, so we've got options. We could raid Robotron. We could raid Matt Hoss. You remember Matt Hoss from the show that we do now. We could raid Hiberno Way. Let's maybe raid Matt Hoss. That could be fun. Matt Hoss. Matt Hoss is a person that we are going to raid. Matt Hoss is a comedian that we have had on the Conversation app previously. Funny dude. We know him through Twitch, so it seems appropriate that we go and ruin his day. I need to work out what button to press in order to do that. Be nice. He's playing Phasmophobia, which is that game where people cack their pants.
Oh, that's good. It's funny and scary.
It is both funny and scary.
I'm going to say bye now, because last time Liam started the raid before I had a chance to say goodbye to anyone. So thank you, lovelies. Kisses, pod babies. Stay safe. Wash their hands. Liam?
Fisticuffs asks, did anyone win Ben's poo or Liam's bathwater? No, but we're definitely going to set that up when we do a... we're going to do a bit of a refurbish to Patreon and stuff. In the near future, we've just got to get a few other things out the way, and then we'll do that. I'm pressing some buttons, so the show is about to end. Go enjoy the raid, and yeah. Cheers, folks. Toodaloo, and bye.
Bye.
God, you're going to hurt yourself.
Conversation. 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 Conversation.
Olive. Vegetable. Rapeseed. Almond. Cocoa nut. Lavender.